Subhanallah walhamdulillah, Subhanallah walhamdulillah, Subhanallah walhamdulillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Fata'ala Allah wal malik wal haqq. Fata'ala Allah wal malik wal haqq. Fata'ala Allah wal malik wal haqq. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters. My name is Muhammad Awal. I'm an immigrant from Nigeria, indigenous of the state, in the Tarakukum state, a village called inside in the Tarakukum. That's where I'm from, that's my town, that's my village. I'm in the Biba tribe. This is my number 64 video. So I come to this Lagos now to find some television, so I'm living inside Lagos in our area. Lagos in our area, but outside Lagos, so every time when you come to that mall, that's where I find where I'm living. My business is selling, sponsors, I'm selling. So what this topic is about separation between Muslims that went forth and disobey Allah, allowed the Salat and hide it, and those one that follow the best one, the way that's just for us in Salat. Separation between them. You see, when we go to Surah Al-Israel, chapter 72, verse 10, say, قُلِ ادْعُوا اللَّهَ وَاعْبُدُوا الرَّحْمَنَ أَيَّامَا تَدْعُوا وَلَهُ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى ولا تجعل بصلاتك ولا تخافت بها وابتغي بين ذلك سبيلا. You say call Allah or call Ar-Rahman, by whatever name you call him, same for him belong to that name. Then the first command also said ولا تجعل صلاتك, don't love salat. You see that's the first command. Then that's first command. Then second command also said ولا تخافت, don't hide salat. See the second command. Then the third command also now say وابتغي بين ذلك سبيلا, but follow your way. But today the Muslim of this day went forth and disobey Allah and allow their salat and hide it. They went forth and disobey Allah, allow their salat and hide it. They don't allow them salat and hide it. Where they find it written inside the hadith that criminal Arab ought to lie on Prophet. Inside the hadith of Prophet, that's where they find loud of salat and hide it. Then in that hadith, that Arab Imam also lied on Prophet Muhammad. What is hadith of Prophet? They said that there are Swahili and Dohegi. Meaning there are those hadith that they know, well known, and those ones that they don't know. Then with the Swahili and Dohegi, with one that they know, that one that didn't know, all inside those hadith, that's where we found louding of salat and hiding. And then the louding of salat and hiding that the Muslims of this set are doing in their salat is not written in Zarwan. Louding with the salat is Suhi, part of salat, Maghrib, part of salat. Hiding with the salat is Zuhri, salat, Asr, part of salat, Maghrib, part of salat. All that word is not written in Zarwan. Therefore, the one cast it outside, rejected, and then threw it back to them. So see, then what to give by the direction that told commander said, but follow a way between, then that's the way between. There's no Imam has ever said about it. And that one, I didn't try to tell all that from some did remember said, then this is a way between that you are saying it's for you to adjust your voice, you will not allow the hadith, unless somebody come closer to you, here, see this one, Prophet says something. You will recite your recitation will be literally. So say, your recitation will be like this. You see, I not allowed I didn't know the other hadith. Unless somebody come closer to you, yes, if this one, Prophet says society, then that is not what that's with, that's with. That's not just for it. That's with Ulmatala. Then the proof about that, you see, when we go to Al-Anfal, chapter 8, verse 24 said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu istajibu lillahi wa li rasulihi idha da'akum lima yuhyikum wa alamu anna Allah yahinu bayna al-mar'i wa qalbi wa annahu ilayhi tusharun. All you who believe answer Allah and His Messenger when He call you to that which is giving you life. And know that Allah comes in between person and his heart, and then to him shall all be gathered. He said, وَعَلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَحِيلُ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ, and know that Allah comes in between persons. Then He gave us command in Surah Al-Israel, chapter 72, Surah 10, in the verse. You see here, وَعَلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَحِيلُ. Look at the verse here. Verse chapter 8, Quran, verse 24. Look at the end of it. See, وَأَلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَحِيلُ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ. And know that Allah coming between person and son. Then He gave us command in Surah Al-Israel, chapter 17, verse 10. And the verse said, وَبَتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا, but follow a way in between. Look at it here. But follow a way in between. So you see the verse here. Then this way between. So there's no doubt in that. Then this way between. It's for you to adjust your voice. Oh, you're saying in Salah. Oh, you're saying in Tasbah. Oh, you're saying in Dua. You adjust for you and Allah. And that is not what that's what I said just for us. Then the name of your website of all that's the best one. Which is what was so much of that not one verse 18 said Allazina yastami'una al-qawla fayattabi'una al-ahsana ulaika hadahumullahu ulaika humul albab. Those who listen to a word and follow the best part thereof, and those are whom Allah has rightly regarded, and those are men of understanding. So you see the whole part is a word of understanding. Then when the Muslim listens to the whole part and then follow the best part thereof, and those are whom Allah has rightly regarded, then the way to all the name of the way to all that is possible. So you see, this is a way between those Muslims that separation between those ones that love their salat and hide it, disobey Allah, and those ones that follow a way to all the best one. Their separation. That's what I want to explain. That is what I want to explain. You see this one. That's a translation from Fatiha to Nas. When we started from Surah Al-Fatiha, the last verse in Surah Al-Fatiha says, Surah Al-Ladhina an'amta alayhim ghayri al-maktubi alayhim wala ad-dallin. You see, look at the verse here. Surah Al-Ladhina an'amta alayhim, the way of those who you bestow your grace. Those one they are the Muslim that follow a way in between. Exactly what Allah commands us, a way in between, a way that's just for. Gair al-Makatubi. None of those who you end anger with. Those one that Allah end his anger with, they are the Muslim that went for and disobey Allah, allow the Salah and hide it. Allah said inside one say, Wala tajasuraka dolan salat, Wala tafabina, don't hide it, what the game way in the Zarik. Sabila, but follow everything. But Muslim of this is went for and disobey Allah, allow the salat and hide it. Then that loudness of salat and hide it that they are doing is not written in one. Therefore, one rejected, cast aside and throw it back. Where they find that loudness hide of salat inside the hadith of Prophet Muslim. Then inside that hadith, in that hadith they say that they are Sahih and Sahih. Then in the Sahih and Sahih, all that is where we found loudness of salat and hiding. And then that loudness of salat and hiding is not written inside one. So therefore, the one cast it outside, reject it, and then throw it back to them. So those one, they are the Muslim. Those one, they are the one that says, so that is Gair al-Makatubi. None of those who you in anger with, then those one, they are the one that says, end his anger with. They are the one that disobey Allah, loud as another high. Then the verse continues and one of God, and none of those who went astray. Those one that went astray, those one they are not even performing salat at all. That's kaf. Christian and older. That's kaf. There's three types of people Allah is talking about here. Three types of people. Then before I explain anything, I want to prove to you that the Holy Quran is speaking about what is happening now. The Holy Quran is speaking about what is happening now. Because of our Muslim, when they come to explain the verse of the Holy Quran to any Muslim, our Imam, when they come to explain the verse to the Muslim, they take the verse. You find them finding what is the sababa of that verse, meaning what is the sababa of that verse, what happened before Allah revealed that verse. They have to get that one first before they would explain the verse to you. Why the Holy Quran is speaking about what's happening now. So I want to prove to you that the Holy Quran is speaking about what's happening now, before I explain that one. So you see, when we go to Surah Zumar, chapter 1 verse 18, Allah says, الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ فَيَتَّبِعُونَ الْحَسَنَ أُولَٰئِكَ هَدَاهُمُ اللَّهُ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْأُولُو. Those who listen to a word and follow the best part thereof, then those are whom Allah says right together, and then those are meant for the study. So it's the best part, that is concrete proof for you to know that the whole part, Allah says divide one into part. Then again, when we go to Surah Zumar, the same surah, chapter 1 verse 55 said, وَاتَّبِعُوا أَحْسَنَ مَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكُم مِّن رَّبِّكُم مِّن قَبْلِ أَن يَأْتِيَكُمُ الْعَذَابُ بَغْتَةً وَأَنتُمْ لَا تَشْعُرُونَ. And follow the best part of that which is sent down to from Allah before the punishment comes to you, suddenly what precede them. It's the best part, that is concrete proof for you to know that whole world has been divided into. That's concrete proof for you to know that the whole world, Allah has divided one into bad. Then when we go to Surah Al-Isra in chapter 72, verse 106 and 110, verse 106, Allah said, وَقُرْآنًا فَرَّقْنَا تَقْرَأُهُ عَلَى النَّاسِ عَلَى الْمُكْثِ وَنَزَّلْنَاهُ تَنزِيلًا. And it's the Quran in which we have divided into parts in order that it must remain at interval. وَنَزَّلْنَاهُ تَنزِيلًا, and its revelation will reveal. So you see, Allah said that we have divided one into parts. Then let us discover how many parts the Quran has been divided. How many parts Allah said divided one. Then again, in the same surah, Surah Al-Isra, chapter 72, verse 110, said, وَلِدُوا اللَّهُ وَعُوذُوا الرَّحْمَنِ أَيَّامَا تَدْعُوا وَلَهُ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى وَلَا تَجْعَلْ بِصَلَاتِكَ وَلَا تُخَافِتْ بِهَا وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا. He said, call Allah or call Ar-Rahman, by whatever name you call him, same for him belongs the best. Then the first command, Allah said, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ صَلَاتِكَ Lord Salat, meaning don't Lord Salat. See, that is the first one. Then the second command, Allah said, وَلَا تُخَافِتْ بِهَا, don't hide Salat. That is second one. Then the third command, Allah said, وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا, but follow your way. You see, that is third one. You see, that is third one. That is a way between. It's for you to adjust the way you know the Lord had it. Unless somebody comes plus you are here. As if this one purpose is society. Then this way, that's with all of it. When you go so to the Fajr, it's a while about to say, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu istajibu lillahi wa li rasulihi idha da'akum lima yuhibbu wa'lamu anna Allaha yaqimul bayna al-mar'i wa ilayhi tushar. So all you who believe answer Allah and the Kasmat Dawan in all with Ran, which is will I know that Allah call me between persons and then to him shall be there. Allah call me between days, He give us command to follow with Him. Then when we come to the part one, look at it. When we come, Allah says proof about the whole one is speaking about what's happening now. Allah said, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ صَلَاتِكَ, don't love Salat. That is first one. The second command, Allah says, وَلَا تُخَافِتْ, don't hide Salat. See, that's second one. Then the third command, Allah said, now said, وَابْتَغِ بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا, but follow with Him. Then when we come to the eye, the upper lip of the eye, that is first one. The down lip of the eye, that's second one. Then that's your eye that you are blinking and seeing it. That is third one. That's what all of it. That's the name of the wave to your full meter. That is first one. Then between your upper lip of the eye with the down lip of the eye, what is in between there? That is blinking and seeing. That is third one. That's wave to, that's what all meter. That's the name of the way in between your full meter. That is first one. Then that blink of either to a blinking, is that not what is happening now? That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what's happening now. Or seeing that you are seeing with your eye, is that not what is happening now? That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what is happening now. Then again, when we come to the mouth, the upper lip of the mouth, with the upper teeth of the mouth, that is first one. The down lip of the mouth, with the down teeth of the mouth, that's upper one. Then that's your mouth that's going up and down while you're talking, while you're eating. That is third one. That's what all meter. That's the name of the way into your full meter. That is first one. Then between the upper lip of the mouth with the upper teeth of the mouth and the down lip of the mouth with the down teeth of the mouth, what is in between there? That is talking and eating. That is third one. That is webty. That's what all meter. That's the name of the way into your full meter. That is first one. Then that talking that you are talking with your mouth, is that not what is happening now? That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what's happening now. Eating or eating that you are eating with your mouth, is that not what is happening now? That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what's happening now. Breathing that you are breathing with your nose, that is what's happening. See, hearing that you are hearing with your ears, that is what's happening. That is what is happening now. Walking that you are walking with your hand, that's what's happening. Walking that you are walking with your leg, that is what's happening now. Running that you are running with your leg, that is what's happening now. Flying that the bird is flying with wings, with 2 wings, that is what's happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what's happening now. Then Allah Ta'ala give us three concepts. ولا تجسر كدولار سرات ولا تكذب don't hide it what the event is that not but follow it then Muslim this is not what for allow the salat disobey Allah what for allow the salat and hide it then allow the salat and hide it where they find it inside the hadith of Prophet Muhammad which Arab Imam auto line of Prophet then inside that hadith they say that they are Sahihi and Tahihi meaning they are hadith that they know and then the one that doesn't know that what is Sahihi and Tahihi that's where we found louding of salat and hiding then that louding of salat and hiding that the person of this are doing the salat is not the written one. Therefore, the Quran casts aside, rejects it, and then throw it back to them. Then that louding of hiding of salat that the Muslims of Jesus are doing the salat, that is what is happening now. Therefore, the Quran is speaking about what is happening now. Therefore, the Quran is speaking about what is happening now. Then, when we come to the Surah, when we started from Surah Al-Fatiha to Nas, separation between those ones that follow, that disobey Allah, loud and salat hiding, and those ones that follow him. The separation. You see, when we started from Surah Al-Fatiha, the verse says, Surah Al-Lazina Anamta Alayhim, the way of those who you bestow your grace. Those one that have bestow his grace, those one they are the one that follow the way between the way that just for us is not minute the first one. Then they are so see. Then when we come to the Arab language comes from the right hand side. If you like use the right hand side, if you like use the left hand side, you whatever you want to write, your writing must start it from the right hand side. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala place that Arab language in the right hand side, and then just no one can change that. So then Allah now repeat the Quran in Arab language that comes from the right hand side. Then if you believe in the Quran only, hadith of Allah which is Quran only, then you should know yourself since it's the word you belong to the right hand side, and then there's no one can change that. So see, then Allah now revealing his hadith, which is Quran. Then those ones that believe in the hadith of Allah, Almighty Allah only, they are those ones that follow a way in between, meaning a way follow meaning the best one which is for us in our salat, in fasting and judgment, the way in between. And in all activities, they are the one that follow, they are the one that take the hadith all of that as one single hadith where the Prophet take it. Which Allah mentions in Surah Zumar, chapter 1, verse 26, said, Allahu nazzal al-ahsan al-hadith. Allah mentioned, he said that he has sent down his best hadith. Allahu nazzal al-ahsan al-hadith kitaban mutashabihan masaniyan takshayirun min qulubul ladhina yakshawna rabbahum thumma talinu juluduhum wa qulubuhum ila dhikrillah dhalika hudallahi yahdi bihi man yasha'u wa man yudlilhu fama lahu min had. Allah mentioned, he said that he has sent down his best hadith. It's far resemble each other and in goodness and truth, and it repeated the skin of those who fear Allah shiva from anyone who certain or hearing it. Then their skin and their heart just something to remember Allah. That's guiding of Almighty Allah. He guiding whom He will and whom Allah has said astray for him. There's no guide. You see, Allah mentions that He has sent down His message. Meaning all the book Allah sent His prophet of the that's what Allah called hadith. All the book Allah sent His prophet of the that is what Allah called hadith. So, in this time of Prophet Musa, the name of the hadith of Allah which Allah sent Prophet Muhammad with, that's what Allah called Quran, that's what you call Quran. Look at the verse. So, in the time of Prophet Isa al-Islam, the name of the hadith of Allah which Allah sent Prophet Isa al-Islam with, that's what Allah called Injila, that's what we call Injila. Also, the same in the time of Prophet Dawud al-Islam, the name of the hadith of Allah which Allah sent Prophet Dawud al-Islam with, that's what Allah called the Quran, that's what he called the Quran. Also the same in the time of Prophet Musa al-Islam, the name of the hadith of Allah which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Prophet Musa al-Islam with, that's what Allah called a Torah, that's what he called a Torah. Of the Prophet Ibrahim al-Islam, of the Prophet Noah, and later from Prophet Adam al-Islam. So you see, Then, so you see, then again, all the prophet, when they come, what they do, they translate the hadith all material. Every kalami, every word that comes outside from the mouth of prophet is a translation of the hadith of all material. The message is delivered to you. They warn, he warned you. They find, he find in the course of all material. They glad that he gave it to you. They find that he finds in the course of all material. All whatever prophet did is translation of the hadith of all material. That's what prophet did. And then you also. And then in time of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu is only one single hadith in the whole world entire. And that is Holy Quran. They didn't even allow to even share it to any country. They didn't even allow to share it. It's only one single hadith in the whole world entire. And that is Holy Quran. So they take the hadith of Holy Quran as one single hadith in the whole world. Then you also, when you take the hadith of Muhammad, which is other word, you went for and deliver message, you preach. When you are preaching, you are explaining. That's translation. You went for and deliver message. You warn, you give clarity, you find the cause of Muhammad. Then whatever you do, it is a translation of the hadith of Muhammad. You did. By doing so, you have followed the step of prophet. You have acted according to the prophet. You have obeyed prophet. The same you have obeyed Allah. That is how it is. Then those ones that take the hadith of Muhammad as one single hadith, believe in it, act according to, they are those ones that follow a way in between in their salah. Follow the command of Allah the way Allah wanted, how He wanted. And then when you go inside one, they are the people that say, give them kingdom. Make them to be the king of whole eternity. That's Surat al-Ladina and Amtali, the way of those who you bestow your grace. Look at it. Then the verse now continues saying, Gair al-Magdubi, none of those who you earn your anger with, those ones that earn his anger with, they are the Muslim of these days. That went forth and loud as not and hide disobey Allah. Allah said, "Wala tijasara ka dolan sara wala tuqabir don't hide it what the give that sabila." But follow everything. But they went forth and loud as not and hide it disobey Allah. Then they are the Muslims that take other hadith, share take hadith of Rawah. That is also lie of prophet. They are the one taking that hadith and they share equal to Allah hadith, which is Quran. Then the short way, I don't want to take it far. The short way for you to know it, that those hadith that they auto share equal to Allah hadith is a lie of prophet. Look at it. Allah said, "Wala tad'aturanka." Don't lie to Allah. See that first command Allah gives to us. That's first command. The second command Allah said, "Wala tuqabira." Don't hide to Allah. You see that second part. Then the third command Allah said, "Wabtaqi bayna zalika salah," but follow a way in between. See that is third. But today, our Muslim went for and disobey Allah, loud as Salat and hide it. Then that loud of Salat and hide it, where they find it inside the hadith of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, which claim that Arab auto Rawahus. Then inside that hadith, Rawah wal Hamura, Rawah wal Masr, Rawah wal Abu. That's where you find loud of Salat and hide it. Then inside those hadith, they say that they are Sahihi and Tahih, meaning they are the one that they know. And then those they are the one that they don't know. Then with the Sahih and Tahih of those hadiths, they are inside them. That's where we found louder of Salat and hiding. Then that louder of Salat and hiding that the Muslims of this are doing is not written inside the Quran. Therefore, the Quran casts it outside, reject it, and then throw it back. The louder of Salat and hiding that the Muslims of this are doing. That is what is happening now. Therefore, the Quran is speaking about what is happening now. So look at it. So you see, inside that hadith, That's where we find louder of Salat and hiding. Allah says inside Quran said that don't loud Salat, don't hide it, but follow it. But inside those hadith, they want for Allah. Right said that we should go and loud Salat and hide. So you see, that hadith entirely is a lie of prophet. This is the conqueror prophet. If it is truly Prophet Muhammad say, then it will not be speaking against the whole Quran. Hadith of Allah with Quran. You will find it to say, but it's a lie of prophet. Because that louding of Salat and hiding, that's where you find it. And then inside the Quran, it's not written inside the Quran. The whole Quran rejects it. Hadith of Allah with Quran. That is that same prophet of it, reject it. Cast it upside and throw it back to him. So I see it. That is Muslim. That is Gair Maktubi. None of those who you can anger with, those one that Allah any anger with, they are those Muslim that went for and disobey Allah, loud Salat and hide. Then there are the people. Allah talk about them in Surah Al-Anfal, chapter 8 of Quran, verse that 5 said, وَمَا كَانَ صَلَاتُهُ إِنْدَ الْبَيْتِ الْمُتَكَاءَ وَتَضْيَعَةٍ فَذُوقُوا الْعَذَابَ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْفُرُونَ. Their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was nothing but a washing and a clapping of hands. Their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was nothing but a washing and a clapping of hands. Therefore, tell the contrary of what was disbelief. They are the Muslims of this that went for and disobey Allah, loud as Salat. Allah said, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ صَلَاتَكَ, don't loud the Salat. That is false one. Then so come Allah said, وَلَا تُخَافِتْ, don't hide the Salat. That's upper one. Then don't come Allah said, now said, what to give, pay the Salat, but follow it. But today, our Muslims of this went for and disobey Allah, loud the Salat and hide. Then, where they found out loud and Salat and hiding inside the hadith of Prophet Muhammad, which Arab Imam or to lie of Prophet. Wow. Then inside that hadith they said that they are Sahih and Tahih. Meaning there is hadith that is well known and those one that doesn't know. Then when the Sahih and Tahih all together, that's where we found loud of Salat and hiding. Then that loud of Salat and hiding that the Muslims are doing their Salat is not written inside the Quran. Therefore the Quran rejected cast outside and threw it back there. Then that loud of hiding and the hiding of Salat that the Muslims are doing their Salat, that is what is happening now. Therefore, the Quran is speaking about what is happening now. So look at it. They are the people also said, وَمَا كَانَ صَلَاتُهُ إِنْدَ الْبَيْتِ الْمُتَكَاءَ وَتَضْيَعَ فَذُوقُوا الْعَذَابَ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْفُرُونَ. Their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was nothing but a wasn't at the clapping of hand. Then the proof for you to know that their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba was nothing but a wasn't at the clapping of hand. I'll prove it. I'll prove it to you. You see, when we come to the remember of Allah, well, as I said in Surah Al-Jum'ah chapter 61 verse 10 said, فَإِذَا قُضِيَتِ الصَّلَاةُ فَانْتَشِرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَابْتَغُوا مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. Say when the salat are ended, disperse, separate, scatter, one another. If you like, go your own house and find a contemplate and sit down. Then from there the verse now continues saying, وَابْتَغُوا مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ. Then you sing the verse of Allah. Then the verse now said, وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا. You remember Allah so much, لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ, whether you may be successful. See, that's what the verse said. Then وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا, remember Allah so much. Then when you ask the Muslim of this days, how will you remember Allah? They doesn't know it. How will you remember Allah? You see, it's a shame for the Muslim of the world entire. How will you remember Allah? They doesn't know how to remember Allah. And then there's no way for them to know it. There's no way for them to know it, because that, the reason why I say so, because Arab Imam, until they tell them what to do, whatever Arab Imam tell them, that's what they will do. And then Arab Imam, they don't want them to, they didn't tell them how to remember Allah. Allah said, send the Quran, send Prophet Muhammad with the hadith, which Quran. And then the Holy One has reached to you where you are, instead of them to focus on the matter of all matter. No, what they do, they leave everything in Arab Imam hand, and then they do whatever they like with them. So look at it. When you ask any imam that is seeing that he know well about the religion of Allah, then ask him, how will he remember Allah? He doesn't know it. Then look at it here. Remember of all matter. You see, Arab Imam went for and right inside the Qawaidi, Alari, Ishmawi, all the book that own of Hadith of Rawah. Said, A'rufu Rabbi bi alamatin kasiratin. There's many signs for you to recognize Allah with. Then they started listening minha. From it, they started listening the sky that Allah created, the stars that Allah created, the moon that Allah created, the sun that Allah created, the trees that Allah created, the animals that Allah created. He continued going. Mountain that Allah created. Look at it. He said that those ones, they are the sign for you to recognize Allah with. You see, they are the sign for you to recognize Allah with. That's what they tell you. Then look at it. If you dare, and then when you go to the mosque, you'll find them saying, look at the star. Look at the brightness of the star that Allah created. This star that we are seeing is bigger than this world. Look at the light of the moon that Allah created. Look at the shining of the sun that Allah created. When you go to the mosques, that is what you'll find them explaining. Then they are, you say, those things, they are there that you will recognize Allah with. Then, if you dare remember those things that Arab Imam went for and tell you that is the sign for you to recognize Allah with, if you dare remember them in your salat, then you should by no means know to yourself those things, they are the things that you worship. If you dare remember those things that Arab Imam went for and tell you, think you want to tell you that the Arab for Rabbi Alamatika said there's many stuff for you to recognize Allah with the certain listed things that are created. If you dare remember those things that are created that Arab Imam went for and tell you, that's a sign for you to recognize Allah with them in your salat, in fasting, in judgment and all. Then you should know to yourself those things, they are the things that you worship. You see, that is wrong. Azara, the father of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, what did he worship? He worships stars, moon, sun, wood that they carve of wood. You see, it's the same step when you look at it. Then when the Arab come, he said that Arab Imam come, he said that the Arab for Bibi Alam sign for you to recognize Allah. They started listening, started sky like a star, like a moon, like a sun. What Azara, father of Prophet Ibrahim is worshiping. They worship stars, moon, sun. Look at it. Wood that is carved. So you see, that's the same. So you see, that is wrong. That's very wrong. That is very wrong. Then Allah subhanahu made himself clear, explaining himself in Surah Al-Nahl, chapter 16 of the Holy Quran, verse 74 said, فَلَا تَضْرِبُوا لِلَّهِ الْأَمْثَالَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَعْلَمُ وَأَنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. He said, put not forward similitude for Allah. As for He, there is nothing similar to Him, nor does He resemble anything. Meaning, don't say Allah is similar to Thee, Allah is similar to that. Allah resembles this, Allah is similar to Thee, Allah is similar to that. Don't say that Allah resembles this, Allah resembles that. Allah is not similar to anyone. No one is similar to him. Allah is not similar to anything. Nothing is similar to him. Allah is not resemble anyone. Allah doesn't resemble anyone. No one resembles him. Allah doesn't resemble anything. Nothing resembles him. Truly, Allah knows why you know not. Look at the verse here. Look at the verse. You see, Allah has made himself clear, explaining himself. Then, for you to then remember Allah. That as I said, once Quran said, remember Allah so much. Then here, you will now pay attention how to remember Allah. Pay attention here, because this verse has two translations. When we go to the Surah Al-Isra'il, chapter 71, verse 110. Look at the verse here. Say, وَلِدُقُ اللَّهُ وَعُوذُ الرَّحْمَنِ أَيَّامَا تَنَوَّلَهُ الْأَسْمَاءُ اللَّهِ الْحُسْنَى. They said, call Allah or call Ar-Rahmani. By whatever name you call him, same. For him belongs the best name. That is first translation of that verse. Then when we come to the second translation of that verse, said, remember Allah or remember Ar-Rahmani. By whatever name you remember him is the same. For him belongs the best name. You see, remember Allah or remember Ar-Rahmani. By whatever name you remember him is the same. For him belongs the best name. Then, by whatever name you remember him is the same. For him belongs the best name. You see, that is first one. The reason why is the first one, first part one, because Rabb is the name of all of it. But somebody can be a Rabb. King can be a Rabb. Even Prophet Isa and Islam said, "All Rabbi asked master." In the whole life in Islam, my master is so kind to me, so I will not betray him. Very to Zalim would never be successful. So look at it. Then again, when you come to the Sadiq, somebody can be a Sadiq. Sadiq doesn't have all of it. Then, among the 99 names of all of it, by whatever name you remember is the same. For him belongs to the same. You see, that is false or one. Then, Ulidu Rahman, call Ar-Rahman. That's the first translation of that word. Then when you come to second translation, remember Ar-Rahman. Then, that's the second part. The reason why it's the second part one, because Rahman is the name of Allah. But somebody can be a Rahman. Rahmani. Rahmani, you see, somebody can be a Rahman. But Rahman, that's the name of Allah. So, Qulidu Rahman. Call Ar-Rahman. Second translation of that word. Remember Rahman. Ar-Rahman. That is second part. Then, third part one. Qulidu Allah. Call Allah. Second translation of that word. Remember Allah. That is third part. That's what it does. The name of the that's third one. Because the way Allah is one. That's how the name Allah is one. And there's no one is bearing that name Allah except Allah. And then you cannot approach it, and they cannot lose it. So see, the way Allah is one. That's how the name Allah is one. And there's no one is bearing that name Allah except Allah. And then you cannot approach it, and then you cannot lose it. Allah's are great. The whole world with different kind of language. But when you come to perform salat, whether you like it or not, you must say Allahu Akbar. You see, the way Allah is one. That's how the name Allah is one. And there's no one is behind that name Allah except Allah. And then you cannot approach it, and then you cannot rule it. Then that name Allah, if you have pen, biro, you write it so that you will not forget it. Then you remember name Allah in your heart, in your brain, with any beautiful color you love. And then when you come to remember it, you remember it big. Because we say Allahu Akbar. The translation of Allahu Akbar that said Allah is might. So you remember the name Allahu in your heart, your brain, big, with beautiful color you love. With beautiful color you love. If it is brightest color you love, you remember name Allah in your heart, your brain, with brightest color. If it is white color you love, you remember name Allah in your heart, your brain, with white color. If it is a green color you love, you remember name Allah in your heart, in your brain, with green color. But you remember name Allah in your heart, your brain, with green color, because this green color that you are saying, the color that those want to enter paradise will wear is green. So you remember name Allah with your heart, your brain, with green color. But any color you remember is the same. Then, if it is a sea water color you love, you remember name Allah with your heart, your brain, with sea water color. If it is a sky color you love, you remember name Allah with your heart, your brain, with sky color. Any color you love. From the starting of Salah to the ending, from the each one of you, from the starting of your performance to the ending. So see, anywhere you are, you remember name Allah with your heart, your brain, any bit of color, you know. So see, the verse said, Allah comes to whether you may succeed. It might be that you might succeed, it might be that you might not. The way you are selected, that's how Allah says, so selected Salah. So you do it exactly the way Allah wants it, how you want it. If you didn't do it well, Allah will throw it back, reject it, throw it back. But if you do it well, Allah will accept it. So what is it? Then this name Allah, what we are saying, if you remember name Allah, the same you have remember Allah. Because the way Allah is one, that's how the name Allah is one. And there's no one is behind the name Allah except Allah. And then you cannot add prayer to it, and then you cannot reduce it. So you see. Then, this name, remember name of Allah in your heart, that is the pure of heart. That is purities of heart. When you come to our Imam, they used to say that purification of heart, is that purification of heart is ablution. It's not ablution. It's remember name Allah in your heart. That is purification of heart. When you come to the, you say Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Glory be to Allah. So see, purification of heart, that's name, remember name of Allah. That's false purification of heart. Then, other purification of heart, that is the thing that you are eating. Make sure you eat the fruits that is sacred. And then, other purification of heart, your eyes. You now avoid seeing forbidden things. See what is good for your eye to see. Those are the order purification of heart. But fourth purification of heart is remember name Allah. Your heart will pray. Heart. See, that is purification of heart. Then look at it. But our Muslim, they doesn't know this one. They doesn't know it. They what they know, that's what Arab Imam tell them. One tell them said, there's many signs for you to recognize Allah with. They certainly said, started like it, moon like it, sun like it. Then Azara, the father of Prophet Ibrahim, what did he worship? He worshiped stars, moon, sun, wood. But be careful. Look at it. Then if you dare remember those things in your salah, then you should know to yourself that those things they are doing that to worship. You see, they are doing the same. Look at it. Then therefore your salah has taught what? وَمَا كَانَ صَلَاتُهُ إِنَّ الْبَيْتِ الْمَتَكَاءَ وَالتَّضْيَةُ وَهُوَ الْعَذَابَ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَكْفُرُونَ. Their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was nothing but a wasted and a craft of Allah. If you doesn't know, if you doesn't remember Allah, what your salat has taught was nothing but a wasted and a craft of Allah. So those one that remember name Allah who you had brave, they are the one that follow a way in between. The one that are just for us in salat. And then when you go inside of one, they are the one that say give them kingdom. Make them to be the king of the what? King. Worship Allah alone. Do the command of Allah. Remember Allah with the heart they are praying. They are the one. Allah says have it with them. Give them the kingdom. But this one, that word for that is well allowed as Allah hide. Even remember, they doesn't know how to remember Allah. And then if you doesn't know how to remember Allah, you hard your brain. Your salat also was nothing but a waste of the craft of hand. And then when you go and remember those things, what are you doing? Those things that Arab Imam went to tell you, stars, moon, sun. If you remember those things, you are ascribe partner to what's a shirk. Then shirk. In that mushrikeen and the sun, the same pure. So look at it. Your heart is not pure. If anyone remember those things that Arab Imam tell. But if you remember name Allah with your heart, you pray, you see that is purity of heart. Subhanallah. When you say Subhanallah, glory be to Allah. Purification. So see. So this is it. وَمَا كَانَ صَلَاةُ إِلَّا الْبَيْتِ الْمُتَكَى وَتَذَا فَذُوقُ الْعَذَابِ مَا their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was nothing but was at the clap of hand. Look at the promo meaning. Then this Muslim, when you explain to them this, what they will tell you, they will come with the verse said, what a kaboma arraki. You should bound out along with those who bound out for certain to all my channel. They will quote that verse for you and they will ask you say, what Allah said in that verse. Then those who Allah said, وما كان صلاته عند البيت المتكى وتضيع وذوق العذاب ما كنتم تكفرون. Their salat in the house of Allah in Kaaba at Mecca was not but was not the clap of hand. They are also bounded to all metal. They are performing salat. And their salat, they are bounding down. But their salat, Allah said, is nothing but a wasn't at the clap of hand. So see, because Ummah reject their salat. They bounded down. Then again, when you explain this verse to a Muslim, they will tell you that they will come to will say that وَمَا آتَاكُمَ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ وَمَا نَهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ فَانْتَهُوا. Whatever prophet give it to you, you should hold it. Whatever you say that you should not do it. Then, when Allah give Prophet Muhammad command, say that go and tell the Ummah said, وَلَا تَجَسُرَكَ don't learn Salat, وَلَا تُقَابِرْ don't hide it, وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ Islam but follow everything. Did you follow a way between? When it's just for us, the best one. Did the Muslim follow everything? Therefore, did you hold what Prophet gave it to you? You didn't hold it. But what he asked you not to do, that's what you are doing. Then, when you explain this part to the Muslim or Muslim, they will come with a question, they will come with the say that they will hide behind those verses. Hide behind that verse. Say, if you obey Messenger, the same you have obeyed Allah. Then when Allah give Prophet Muslim command, say that go and tell Ummah said, وَلَا تَجَسُرَكَ don't learn Salat, وَلَا تُقَابِرْ don't hide it, وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ سَبِيلًا but follow everything. Did you follow away between? Therefore, did you obey Messenger? They did it. The same they didn't obey Allah. They did it. So look at it. What Prophet said that I should not do, that's what they are doing. Then, when you explain this one to them, they will ask you, say, what is sababa of this ayah? Meaning what happened before Allah repeat this verse. What is sababa of ayah? Why the old Quran is speaking about what's happening now? That is insult. When you explain this verse to them, they will say that then who is backing what you are saying? Who is backing what you are saying? Who is backing? There. In your standing, is there anyone backing you up? You explain the verse of the Holy Quran. Not a to them, but they are looking for somebody that will support you, that will back you off. Back that verse off. Back what you are saying on. Then, in your standing, as you are standing, is there anyone backing you? Or as you are walking, you are standing. Is there anyone backing you? The three that are standing, is there anyone backing you? Backing them. Bird that is flying with his wing, is there anyone backing them? Is there anyone? And then all of them, they are inside the hadith of Allah, which is one. Back of people. Then these people, they are the people as I explained. Talk about them in Surah Maryam, chapter 19, verse 59 said, فخلف من بعدهم خلف أضاعوا الصلاة واتبعوا الشهوات فسيلقون غيا. Then succeeded them in evil prosperity, was given of their salah, made their salah to be lost, either by not offering them, by not offering them in a proper time, by not doing their salah where they didn't do their salah, where made their salah to be lost, so they will be thrown inside hellfire. Look at the verse. They are the people. Allah said, give us still command salah, said, wala tijal salatka, don't learn salah, wala tuqabid, wala tijal salatka, don't learn salah. You see, that is first of all. The second command Allah say, wala tuqabid, don't hide your salah. That's second part one. The third command Allah said, what the game pay in the salah, but follow it. But most of this word for and this way Allah allowed the salah and hide it. Then that allowed the salah and hide it, where they find it written inside the hadith of Prophet Muhammad, which criminal Arab auto, land of Prophet. Then wrong. Then inside that hadith, that's where they said that hadith, they are Sahihi and Dahihi. Then what is in the Sahihi, meaning they are one that they know, and then there are those hadith that they doesn't know. Then what is Sahihi and Dahihi, that's where we found louder of salat and hiding. Then that louder of salat and hiding that most of these are doing the salat is not written as one. Therefore, who are rejected, cast outside and threw it back to them. Then that louder of salat and hiding that most of these are doing. That is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole part is speaking about what is happening now. So you see, they are the people. Allah said that. فَخَلَفَ مِنْ بَعْدِهِمْ خَلْفٌ أَضَاعُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَاتَّبَعُوا الشَّهَوَاتِ فَسَيُدْخَلُونَ. They succeeded them in evil prosperity. Evil prosperity. Who has given up their salah, either by not offering them away, by not offering in proper time, made their salah to be lost. Who are those ones that succeeded them in evil prosperity? That is Arab Imam that went for and tell them, went for and right inside the hadith that is old. The old lie of prophet. Say that is go and loud salah and go hide. They are the one that succeeded them in evil prosperity. Prosperity. Then they are the people, as I talk about them in Surah Al-Maryam, chapter 91, verse 71 said, وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا كَانَ عَلَىٰ رَبِّكَ حَتْمًا مَقْضِيًّا. Every one of them will pass over his hellfire. This is a decree from Allah that must be accomplished. Each one of them will enter hellfire. Each one of you will enter hellfire. Look at it again, the verse. They are the people, Allah said, in Surah Al-Isra said, وَلَا تَجْعَلْ صَلَاتَكَ, don't louder salat. That is first of all. The second command Allah said, وَلَا تُخَافِتَ, don't hide the salat. See, that's second command. The third command Allah now said, وَابْتَغِي بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ salat, but follow it. Then Muslim of Jesus now want for and disobey Allah, loud the salat and hide. Then that loudness of salat and hiding, where they found it inside the hadith of Prophet Muhammad, which criminal Arab auto, land of Prophet. Then inside that hadith, they said that they are Sahihi and Dahihi. Then when the Sahihi and Dahihi, that's where we found loud of salat and hiding. Then that loud of salat and hiding, and the Muslims of this are doing, is not written inside Horwan. Therefore, Horwan rejected, cast outside and threw it back. Then that loud of and hiding, salat that the Muslims of this are doing, that is what is happening now. Therefore, the whole one is speaking about what is happening now. So you see, that is. So you see. So here, look at it. That is separation between those one that allow their salah and hide it, disobey Allah. وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Each one of you will pass his hellfire. This is a decree from your Allah that must be accomplished. So look at the separation between this separation between those one that follow a way tree. Those one that allow their salah to hide it and disobey Allah, they are the one, as I said, وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Each one of you will enter hellfire. كَانَ عَلَىٰ رَبِّكَ حَتْمًا مَقْضِيًّا. This is a decree from Allah that must be accomplished. So see, there's separation between those one that follow a way in between, a way follow Allah, meaning the best one. When you go inside the world, they are the people, as I give them kingdom, made them to be the king of the whole world entirely because Allah is happy with them. Then they are the people, as I talk about them in Surah Al-Waqi'ah, chapter 56, verse 40 said, وَصُلَّةٌ مِّنَ الْآخَرِينَ. And the multitude of righteous will be in the later generation. Multitude of righteous will be in the later generation. So look at the verse. See the verse here. وَصُلَّةٌ مِّنَ الْآخَرِينَ. Multitude of righteous will be in later generation. They are the people that follow a way in between, a way follow the best one. Do the command of all of that the way Allah wanted, how you want it, exactly what it. And then when you go inside the world, Allah said, give them kingdom, made them to be the king of the world entirely. King inside the world. Then this one, Allah said, this generation is coming. What's a lot of men and akhirin? Multitude of righteous will be in the later generation. They are the one that will come, follow the command of Allah the way Allah wanted, how they wanted, exactly the way He wanted. Then they are the one that will give them kingdom the way He give all those prophets kingdom that follow His command the way Allah wanted, how He wanted, exactly the way He wanted. So you see, that is separation. You see the separation. Those one that disobey Allah went forth and allowed us to hide it. They are the one, as I said, وَإِن مِّنكُمْ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا كَانَ عَلَىٰ رَبِّكَ حَتْمًا مَقْضِيًّا. Each one of you will enter His fire. This is a decree from Allah that must be accomplished. Then those one that follow a way between, a way follow material that searches for us, do the command of Allah that way Allah wanted, how He wanted, exactly the way He wanted. They are the people that are, they are those ones that give them kingdom, made them to be the king of the whole entirely. King. Then they are the ones that said, وَصَلَّةٌ مِّنَ الْآخَرِينَ. Multitude of righteous will be in the later generation. So see that separation. Then again, a part of that, those one that went for Allah is rather hide it, disobey Allah. They are the one that cover Kaaba with black cloth. Then who are those who will wear black cloth? In the day of resurrection, who are those ones? That is kafir. Munafiq and kafir. Because munafiq meaning hypocrites and kafir. And disbeliever, hypocrites and disbeliever, they are the one that wear black cloth and enter hellfire with it. Allah said, "Inna al-munafiqina fi ad-darki al-asfali min an-nar." The hypocrites will be under the fire. Under the fire. So you say kafir and munafiq, they are the one that will wear black cloth and enter hellfire with it. So you see. So this way you know that Muslim of these days that went for Allah and Salah hide it entirely, they are hypocrites. Munafiqs. Don't you see them enjoying cover Kaaba with black cloth? Doesn't it? Then those ones that follow a way between a way follow Allah that's not just for us in Salah, do the command of all matter the way Allah wanted, how He wanted, exactly the way He wanted. They are the people that will cover Kaaba with green cloth. Because that green cloth, those ones that believe in Almighty Allah, those ones that will enter paradise, that's green cloth they wear. They are the people that will cover Kaaba with green cloth. And then those one, they are the one, as I said, وَصُلَّةٌ مِّنَ الْآخَرِينَ, and then multitude of righteous will be in the later generation. And coming, they will cover Kaaba with great cloth. Because that great cloth, that's what those ones that will enter paradise will wear. So look at it. You see the separation? The separation. Those ones that allow the Islam, hide it, and those ones that follow the way to you with a successful. Meaning the best one. So when you go to my videos, you'll find, yes, many explanation of it. So that's it. So I think this is where I'm going to stop. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.